What's going on, guys? Welcome back to today's second stimulus check update. This is the afternoon edition, and I want to address the question, are talks stalled? Well, right now I am wearing my Canada shirt because sometimes lately I've been wishing I was Canadian. You probably understand why. Now, it is no surprise people are frantic over what is currently happening in the United States. Also, there is a mass eviction crisis looming. President Trump's eviction ban order did absolutely nothing to prevent more evictions. Democrats and Republicans are in a stalemate over negotiations, and neither side wants to break. Well, casino workers are being cut. Airline workers, flight attendants, anybody inside of airports are currently being laid off. There are thousands and thousands of people that are going to be out of a job very soon, and yet we still don't have a new stimulus package that could prevent a lot of these people from being laid off and potentially going on unemployment. Oahu is going to shut down again as of tomorrow, as Thursday at 12:01 a.m. Oahu in Hawaii is going to shut down for 2 weeks. This is going to prevent the spread of COVID-19 any further. The CDC is currently changing their guidelines to actually limit people who were being tested before, which means if you are showing no symptoms, you will not be tested. Nancy Pelosi stated she is going to look into this, she is going to investigate it, she is going to fight this because there needs to be more testing, not less. All this is happening while Congress is in a stalemate with one another. The Senate is on recess, the House, who really knows what they're doing, and we got the RNC going on right now. Today is actually day 3 of 4 of the RNC. President Trump can do very little, if anything, anymore to provide more stimulus and more aid to the American people. He did all that he could with his executive orders, and there was really not a lot that happened other than the unemployment extension. That was really the only thing that's making a big difference as of right now. As of this morning, the White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows reached out to Nancy Pelosi's office to see if she is willing to restart negotiations anytime soon. As of right now, there has not been a response from Nancy Pelosi or her office. However, Nancy Pelosi's office said nobody reached out today. There was a text message yesterday, and that was it. It just asked what the number was. They just wanted to know what the number is that Democrats are currently at for the stimulus budget. They didn't ask anything about if they want to restart negotiations. That's what Nancy Pelosi's office is saying. But Mark Meadows is saying he did reach out, not just yesterday, but this morning as well, and also on Saturday, and he hasn't heard any response. After this, so-called call, text message, whatever he wanted to call this, Mark Meadows ended up saying that he is not optimistic that talks restart anytime soon. As of right now, currently, the RNC is going on, so Republicans are not going to do any negotiations right now. That is one of the reasons why Mark Meadows is out there doing this for them. However, the RNC, we're on day 3 of day 4 currently. So that means if anything happens, it might happen this weekend, but chances are nothing would actually happen until maybe next week at the earliest. Mark Meadows did say that he has spoken to lawmakers on both sides of the aisle, and Democrats are very open to cutting a deal. Mark Meadows also went on to say that Democrats are being very reasonable with their requests, and Meadows says that he feels confident that our congressional leaders could strike a deal if only they could get back to the table. Mark Meadows also went on to say that he predicts Nancy Pelosi will hold out until the end of September before finally cutting a deal to help out the American people. Currently, Nancy Pelosi is saying that a deal can't be made because Republicans are blocking funding for nutritional programs, and preventing schools from getting funding unless they fully reopen. Wow, it makes sense. Well, actually, it makes no sense to me as to why stopping schools from opening, from getting some funding, is not better than getting no funding at all. To me, it would make sense to provide schools with a little bit of funding to get them to somewhat reopen, get them back into somewhat good shape, because many schools are struggling right now. Give them a little bit of funding, get them on their way, and then yes, go ahead and provide more funding later on once they are ready to fully reopen. But blocking all funding right now is doing schools and students and children a complete disservice. Now, on the same lines, Democrats, they're blocking this deal from happening they're saying they are not being able to get a deal done because Republicans are blocking this deal. Republicans, on the other hand, are saying Democrats are blocking this deal because they're not willing to come down on their price. Democrats still want it at $3 trillion. However, Nancy Pelosi did say she's willing to come down $1 trillion down to $2 trillion as long as Republicans go up $1 trillion to $2 trillion. That is where they are currently saying these are the issues. One of the big issues that Democrats had and Republicans had with their initial offer was Republicans didn't want to offer any state or local government funding. Democrats said they want $900 billion. As of right now, Nancy Pelosi said she is willing to push that back until maybe January. We'll talk about in January, in the new year. That's when we will address this. So that pretty much just took $900 billion off the HEROES Act, which is obviously good news. I know state and local governments need the funding. However, if they can't get it, this is all they can do. So all of these things are currently holding up the second stimulus check. Now, if you remember, this check would give Americans $1,200 for filers and $1,200 for their spouse. It would also give $500 per dependent, which would be incredible. People need this. The second stimulus check would make a huge impact, not only on the economy, but it would help out many struggling families, provide food, provide shelter, provide everything that people could need and want. It's not going to provide it all, but it will impact the American family a lot. And that is why a second stimulus check is really important. So today, all I can tell you is that there is movement on both sides of the aisle. Something will eventually happen, but as of right now, enough is not happening to see a second stimulus check anytime soon. As of right now, all we can hope for is a second stimulus check will come towards the end of September or possibly October. So I just wanted to shoot this quick little update video for you guys so that you know what is going on, what the talks were, what all the news was today. That's what you have. That's what it is. If you have any questions, if you like this style of video, it's just fact after fact after fact with very little opinions of mine. If you like that, please do me a favor, smash that thumbs up button, and down in the comment section below, just write stimulus facts. And I will take that into consideration, and I'll provide more videos on just facts as opposed to including my opinions along the way. So again, thank you guys for watching today's second stimulus check update and stimulus news. If you have any questions, please ask them down in the comment section below. Do me a favor, smash that thumbs up button, subscribe to stay updated on all things stimulus, and I'll see you guys on the next one.